Hi, we're back with your metal update. We've got a really talented, sick, hot band and a member on right now, Ben Bruce of Asking Alexandria. Thank you very much for coming on.
No problem. Thanks for calling.
So, how has the tour been with Avenged Sevenfold?
It's been crazy. I was nervous for the first time ever before touring, just because it's a completely different crowd than we used to play to. I didn't know, how well our music would go down with them because it's a slightly older crowd. But it's been really, really good so far. And the guys from Avenged Sevenfold have all been really nice as well, which is cool.
Awesome. I don't know if you remember, you came on. I was working in Monterey, California about a year ago, and you had one of the wildest fan stories I have heard. You said that a girl pulled off your pants when you were crowd surfing and started jacking you off. It was an amazing story. Anything else along those lines been happening lately?
Pretty much the same thing happened to me the other day in the Rosen Ballroom in New York City. I climbed up to the second, it's like a big theatre kind of thing. I climbed up to the second story and I jumped off the balcony to the crowd. For the first time in my life, I've actually been scared for my life. I thought I might die because the kids were so insane. I couldn't get out of the crowd. They were tearing up my clothes and stuff, and my t-shirt ended up getting ripped completely off, and my trousers ended up coming down by my ankles. So it's a little bit scared I might be raped and trampled to death that time.
So I feel like when you play a show, getting raped is just a normal night. It's just part of the show.
Yeah, I think it's because I pray that happens before I go on.
Nice. So would you guys say that AA is a party band? Are you guys in bed by 10? What's your life like on tour?
It's pretty hectic. We used to drink Turkish Smash Hardcore before we played, and we started noticing that we were getting sloppier live, and we started enjoying playing live less. Like we didn't appreciate it because we were always hammered and we didn't know what was going on. So we sort of grew up a little bit and sat down as a band, had a meeting, and we don't drink before we play now at all. Just because people pay a lot of money to come and see us play live, and it's disrespectful and unfair for them to come and just see a bunch of drunk English idiots on the stage. But after we play, game on, can do what we want to do.
I love it. That's a big step for you guys. I like it. Have you ever met anyone in the industry so far that has given you a compliment that you used to idolize?
Oh, so many people. Like Sebastian Bach's actually quite a good friend of ours now. He loves what we're doing. He thinks what we're doing is really like a really fresh sound, and just he loves the fact that we're trying to bring back rock and roll with a slightly different feel and a slightly different sound than the 80s. There's been so many people that I've met over the years now, thanks to the success my band's gained. That I can't even start to name them all, but it's just been really cool. A lot of people have paid me some compliments that are gonna stick with me probably for the rest of my life.
That's rad. How was performing on the same stage as members of Guns N' Roses?
Really scary. really scary. And there was probably about 15,000 people there, and we went on stage, and I'd say half the crowd was like, "What the fuck is this man doing? Why are they screaming at us? Who is this? Get them off the stage now." And then the other half was sort of more open to it and more into the idea of listening to something like us, which was pretty cool. But I don't know, it's just even if the whole crowd had ended up booing us off stage, I would have loved every second of it, just because how many people my age get to, have the privilege to say I opened up for Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment right there. They're idolized by several musicians out there. Do you guys have a favorite city to play in or visit and party in?
We've been asked that so many times, and I used to be able to answer it, but I can't anymore, just because the more we've got the States so many times now. I'd say each and every city we go to is, pretty equal in terms of response and how much fun we end up having at the show and stuff. Whereas before, when we started, we did better in places like New Jersey and Texas and like the major states and cities and states and stuff. But it's fairly even across the board now, which is nice.
Awesome. Would you say that Reckless and Relentless is your best work up to date?
Yeah. I mean, that's been released, definitely. I spent a lot of time writing the album, and I'm really, really happy how it came out. But I've already started writing for the next record, and I think it's going to blow Reckless and Relentless out of the water.
Nice. That kind of goes into we have a fan question from Amber in California that writes, who writes the lyrics and what is the influence behind them?
Danny, it really depends which album you listen to. Stand Up and Scream is sort of 50-50 between me and Danny. And then on Reckless and Relentless, Danny wrote most of the lyrics, and I wrote, you know, parts of them. They're based on our lives, you know. Reckless and Relentless is a really, really honest story of what we went through as a band, struggling with drugs and drinking too much and just partying way too hard, as I mentioned before, like before we went on stage. And it's just an album about how we coped with it and the struggles we faced and eventually overcoming all of that and arriving where we are today.
Nice, nice. So what's in store for the future of AA? What do we have to look forward to pretty soon?
Well, we've got, like I said, I've started writing our new album, which is really cool. We'll be in the studio the end of March and for the whole of April with Joey Sturgis again, which is awesome. We'll be back in the US doing a headline tour. We can't say with who, but in the beginning stages of March. We've just been offered a really huge summer tour too, which is really cool. Again, I can't really say anything, but there's lots coming up.
Last question: any celebrity crush?
Oh, I literally have just started fapping over Taylor Momsen.
She's gorgeous. She's so rock and roll.
I know, she's so hot, and I saw her on TV and stuff, and I was like, eh. And then when I finally realised the clip that she was in the Pretty Reckless, I was like, oh, I'm in love with her.
Well, hopefully she can tune in and hear that, and maybe you guys can make babies in the future.
Exactly, I would love that. She's younger than me too, so she'll stay better looking longer.
This works out. Dude, thank you so much, Ben, for stopping by the show for Metal Update, and we wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you so much. Take care.